Then we have Mr. Anurag S, Genesis Color, also known as Satya Paul. He is the AVP there. Then we have Mr. Sanjay Agarwal. He is Director Procurement in Ministry of Finance. Again, his experience of IRCTC would also help us. So we also have one gentleman en route, Mr. Sunil Mehta. He is from SITA. He is a delivery manager for offshore programs. He will be joining us in about half an hour. So my hearty welcome to all of you, and I'm sure the sessions would be very interactive. We look forward to having all your feedback and suggestions.
How can you ignore the lady who's sitting right next to you?
Yes, I followed the lady. So she is from FTDA. She is from FTDA. So I did with you on that count. Okay, over to Director sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, it's a great honor to have all of you in this meeting. BIMTech, although 26 years old B school, but in retail education we have taken our entry when there was hardly any retail education available at postgraduate level in our country. So year 2002, we have started our journey, completed more than 12-13 years. We have produced several hundred postgraduates in retail. They are working in almost all leading retail companies of India as well as the multinational retail companies. And this experience has been full of excitement because industry, modern retailing industry has evolved during last 10 years, still facing a lot of challenges, lot of difficulties. And when we started our journey, there was hardly any model of teaching retail in our country. Retail, modern retailing as a subject was not being taught, and only some very shorter programs were being offered in some of the institutes like Pearl Lesson Institutes. And BIMTech, with the support of the industry, has grown during last 12-13 years as a retail educators. We have learned from our mistakes. We have mostly evolved this course on the basis of the feedback given by you people. I remember that I have taken round of the whole country. 10 years back, I met some of the leading names in the modern retailing industry from all over the country. They were not very confident that modern retailing will be able to sail through the difficult challenges which are still present in our country. But in spite of all these challenges, we have grown along with the industry. Our students are doing very well, but the mind-boggling change in the modern retailing are much ahead than our learning curve. Whatever we try to learn, the industry is much more ahead. So we would definitely like to seek your view that, keeping in mind the recent upsurge in e-commerce and its impact on the modern retailing as well as the traditional retailing, we would like to know what will be the scenario in next decade, that is up to 2025. How industry will grow, and we can assume that government will not go for allowing foreign direct investment in multi-brand retailing immediately. It may happen gradually or it may not happen because of political reasons. But your opinion will be very important to know how the industry will grow during next 10 years and what kind of skill will be required by the recruiters in the retailing industry. These two feedback given by you will be very valuable for us to update our course curriculum, to modify our pedagogy, and also to design our course structure. With these words, I once again welcome our industry friends, and I am hopeful that this meeting will be very rewarding for us. Thank you.
just have it about the BIMTEX movie corporate.
Organizational behavior, financial and managerial accounting, etc. In the second trimester, we go ahead and build on these core papers. So the retail concepts, which was the first paper in the first trimester, we further built it in the second trimester. Plus, we are introducing marketing and supply chain related papers. Along with that, we have corporate finance, merchandising management, macroeconomics, etc. Towards the third trimester is when we start introducing the basic retail papers, and that's when we start building further on it. So as you can see in the third trimester, the bend is now more towards retail courses. We have consumer behavior, sales and distribution management, services marketing, visual merchandising, mall management, and research methodology. Subsequently, in the fourth trimester, so this is once they're back from their summer training. We go back and we've introduced a paper for law, and that's been there for quite some time, legal framework for retail business, franchising and global retailing, retail and luxury brand management, customer relationship management, category management, and integrated marketing communication. In the fifth trimester is again now where hardcore retail papers are there, retail benchmarking, strategy negotiation, digital and non-store retailing, retail economics. Sixth trimester is when the placement season is also on between the fifth and the sixth trimester. So in the sixth trimester, we have primarily two papers, which is rural retailing and human resource management. Now, as far as designing of the course is concerned, it is based on the suggestion that we received from the advisory committee, which I'm sure we'll get a whole lot of suggestions today also. And subsequently, the suggestion that we get, like Sherika sir mentioned, we deliberate it in our internal retail meeting, and then subsequently we raise it in front of the academic council, who goes ahead and approves it. The pedagogy is primarily lectures, but more importantly, the case method, role play, seminars, workshops, panel discussions, comprehensive viva voce, and lastly, on-the-job training. Importantly, what we do in the second and the third trimester is where once a week the retail students go across to the retail stores, and they're there in the retail stores from the morning till the evening. So literally from over 9 to 7 or 8 in the evening, primarily to get an exposure as far as the retail industry and retail store operations is concerned. As far as the evaluation is concerned, 50% weightage is given to internal assessment, which could be an online test. It could be based on project work, more importantly assignments, presentations, quizzes, etc. And the balance 50% is for the end-term examinations, which is for about 2.5 hours. There's a continuous internal evaluation, like I mentioned, in an end-term evaluation, and as far as the grading is concerned, it's a relative grading that's there. Comprehensive viva voce is done primarily at the end of first and the second trimester. Then at the end of the third trimester, like I mentioned, they move for their summer training. A little bit on learning objectives. So as far as on-the-job training is concerned, our students have been to Aditya Birla Mall, Marks & Spencer, Doorstep, Reliance Digital, Madura Garments. What we do is when the students go across, they're there in that particular store for at least a period of 3 months or at least 5 months, so that we're not shifting them continuously from one store to the other, just so that there will be a steady learning for them in the particular store. Summer internship, some of the companies that they've done their summer internship with is Bharti Walmart, Madura Garments, Lifestyle, ABRL, Tata Chroma, etc. Also, along with the on-the-job training, we encourage our students to take up short-term projects, and importantly, at least they need to take up 2 short-term projects during the course of the 2 years that they're there with us. And as far as these short-term projects are concerned, we encourage them to move out to the industry for about 2 weeks and go ahead, work on that project and come back and share the learnings with us. So some of the companies where they've done their short-term projects are Shoppers Stop, Future Value Retail, Aadhaar, etc. Companies, this is the data as far as our placements is concerned. Landmark Dubai has already visited us this year. It's given about 18.5 lakh package. Catwalk, Madura Garments has visited, Titan, Tata Chroma, etc. industrial visit, this happens in the third trimester. So towards the last week of February is when we take all our students across for an industrial visit. So we take them out of town, and primarily what we try to do is take them across, more importantly, to a warehouse, take them across probably to a factory if need be, so that depends on which, and plus alongside take them across to malls, etc. So to give them a comprehensive exposure as far as the retail industry is concerned. Some of the events which have happened is we've had the Retail Summit, Indian Retail Summit in 2011, 12 and 2012, 2013. We've had panel discussions on impact of FDI in multi-brand retail, rural retailing, impact of rural challenges in times of economic slowdown. These are just some of the inputs that we got in the previous academic council meeting, the advisory council meeting that we had in the month of, in Mumbai. And so some of the inputs that we got was where we primarily, they said our merchandising management paper, because we have one in the second trimester and we have another buying and merchandising paper in the fifth trimester. So they asked us to go ahead and reduce the credits. Plus, in addition, what they told us was that we needed to do away with some of the papers, so IT and retail, and also they went ahead and they suggested, so retail economics should be shifted from probably the sixth trimester. Earlier, it was in the sixth trimester. And after inputs from the academic council and the advisory council is when we shifted it to the fourth trimester. Also, another important input that we got was to introduce a paper on decision sciences, which we're going to go ahead and start with the coming batch, so the 2015-2017 batch, we're going to go ahead and introduce another paper. Plus, another more important input that we got was our research methodology paper. We needed to go ahead and give them more training probably on the software packages. So we've gone ahead and introduced SPSS just so that, and that would be in the third trimester, so that once they go in for their summer training, they're able to go ahead and utilize these packages primarily for the statistical analysis. So these are again some of the inputs. Last year we got an input where we they suggested that we go ahead and introduce a paper on digital and non-store retailing, and seeing the importance of e-commerce in today's day. This paper has for sure added a whole lot of value for the students. And we
curriculum which talks about product management. Probably can, if I missed out, please tell me.
What I'm trying to say, we do category management. So
you do category management?
Yeah.
So I just ignore it. So my fault. So that's what I wanted
Just
to
as
say.
an aside, across our EDM programs, we have a course in product and brand management.
Right. So just ignore it because I just felt that it's not being covered. These are my broad pointers. Net good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any comments?
Omni-channel side, omni-channel retailing, omni-channel supply chains, how that factor has to be considered in. So improvement are still going, and I'm still expecting some more recommendations this time.
What I would recommend is get people from the industry doing the talking.
We are doing it. We are doing it. This time also I got a person from Walmart, Bharti Food Fresh, and a person from Reliance. So they are giving.
The entire thing can actually be progressive. Like what she said, the student has gone to a particular store and he made actually the other way around as far as the store is concerned, from a loss making to a profit making. Now, but this has to be a permanent solution for all the retail professionals. It's not actually a story. So today I should be able to give them a knowledge or a levels which actually give them a holistic view of if it is a loss making or is a space productivity, how it has to be improved. Or if it's a staff productivity, how it has to be taken into a different level altogether. Or it's a stock productivity. So that's where, that's my suggestion.
And Anurag and Mr. Agarwal and Mr. Sunil Mehta for making this evening more eventful and I would say more value addition from your practical suggestions as to what we should do right and what we should incorporate which would actually be hands-on. So once again I would like to thank all of you, and I'm sure you would be having your own perceptions about academics which hopefully some myths might be broken, and we sure would be taking back a lot from the industry. So thank you once again. It was my pleasure, and I would like to thank my colleagues, Arindam Dev, Kapil Garg, Rajiv Sharma, Professor Dr. Sai, Dr. Patel, Professor Dhruv Chak, and Pooja Mishra.
No.
And this. Okay. Thank